I'm making this envelope, so I thought why not to share it with you also. I've cut this piece, divided into two equal parts, and the top, the smallest. That's up to you what size you would like to have, the closing part. And then I have cut this old artwork that I decided to paste on top. So here are the three folds. I'm going to glue the two that are equal. You have to make sure you don't put too much of it on both sides. I will try to spread it. I will try not to leave any thick areas, otherwise the glue is going to slip out under the paper and is going to create a lot of mess. And since the paper is white, so it's going to show. So I'm going to press it from both sides. In the beginning, keep it a little bit softer and then increase the pressure. Now I see that there is a little bit cutting required because you see this extra part outside, so I will cut it to make it look more neat here, and the other side as well. I think there is a little bit on this side also. Yeah, no, it's okay, I think. Okay, now this I already had cut, so I'll put some glue here also. Again, I have to be very careful not to put too thick, and before sticking it to the envelope I need to make sure that these thicker areas are flattened with another piece of paper or anything. It's up to you, but don't leave it thick because this is paint, and if the glue gets to the paint it will look too messy. So here I spread it from all sides and stick it on the upper part, the closing. So very carefully to make sure that it is done neatly from all sides, and a little bit pressure, and I'll close it and press it as well. I know that I didn't put too much glue, so it's not going to slip out, so I am putting too much pressure here. It looks like this from the back side. When you open, you see this. So this looks a bit interesting and less boring. Then I'll do the corners a little bit to make it look a little more like a regular envelope. Here one side, now the other one. Since it's handmade, so it can't be perfect from both sides, but try to keep it as close as possible. A little bit more, I think, from this side here, just to make it a little bit more close to the other side. Here it goes. Yeah, a little bit more pressure. Press it to make sure that it stick properly. Now I had some stamps, some gold. Yeah, because since it's a wedding card, to make it look more interesting and more artistic, and it's a golden tree, so it's like, you know, a wish for the couple, that I believe trees and plants, they are like a hope for good future. So I'm putting this golden one here. It's a sticker, so it's easier. And you have to remember, if you stick anything on your envelope, you need to make sure that it's on the upper part, where you, on the back side, there is opening, like the regular tickets on the envelopes, like that. Now to make it, since it's looking too empty, I'm doing the golden lines around it. You have to remember that my scale is small, so it can get messed up, and if it does, I will tell you how to cover it. So here I go. Here I'm going to mess it up a bit, and then I'll show you if this happens, what you can do. Like here, if you see, you can see the line is not very neat, so I'll just add a little bit of, you can call it foliage, or it can even look like flowers. We just need to think of something on the spot. and be a little bit creative with it. It will be very, very simple because I want to keep the focus on the stamp. So I'll keep it just as simple as possible. I'll try to do lines all around so it doesn't look like as if it's incomplete, or so double line here. As you can see, while I'm doing the lines double, I just noticed that the end of this scale has some very interesting curves. So I thought maybe I can do that here on the envelope. Even if I make a mistake, we'll know how to cover it, so that would be fine. But just to make it look a little bit, yeah, I think that's okay. So I'll leave it as it is. And then I'll be doing this other side. It's a bit tricky, but yeah, let's give it a try on this end as well. I leave some space because I need that curve. Now I'm thinking, should I do by hand or by scale? Let's do it by scale. Okay, I need to continue with the double line, so I need to see how it goes. Okay. So I'll fix it a bit with the same kind of flowers. A little bit of leaves to make it look a little bit more interesting and to create variety. So I think the top is looking too empty, which is giving a look like as if it's something that needed to be done, and this needs to match with the front as well. So I'm using the same golden marker that I use for the lines, and I'm going to fill up this some of the spaces here. You see, I'm just doing like random lines. Wherever I find space, it's like creating branches, so that theme of plants, nature, tree, that continues. Later I'll add a little bit more. I think this is not enough. So yeah, I need to fix this top. First of all, I need to press it because it's uneven. So by pressing it, I can get it a little bit flat. Now I can do the line because I was not feeling like leaving it empty. So here it goes. I think I'll have to do it a bit thicker because here I think I am going to make a mistake, but that's okay. Again, we can fix it because we make mistakes, and then sometimes the results are better. So this line is a bit thicker, which looks more interesting. So the lower line is double and this upper line is single but thicker, so it's complementing the other one. These kinds of different lines and the variety of elements actually make anything that you do more interesting. It creates, see now, it gives it a lot of interest in a sense that